And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Let's go, D. Big series right now.
Watson on first down.
Shit.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You got to be coordinated and in sync.
Damn!
Gets hit.
Get that shit!
Is this intercepted?
Good shit! Good fucking shit, bro. Because I thought I had you. Good shit.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now.
Damn.
There's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out
come here.
is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily.
Damn, all these reads, bro, they got reads everywhere. Cool. Oh shit, I didn't know that either, bro.
Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Luck now to throw.
Come here.
And
Mark almost did.
Couldn't hold on to the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oh shit.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 3rd, run by Mack.
Hell yeah, you deserve that, bro. Cause shit. That damn hole, bro.
Now a first down throw. Luck almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive.
Damn, dog.
So after the incompletion,
Can't you get no easy interception? I don't care, you're a rookie, bro. That's a highlight reel. Oh!
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Oh my goodness, was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. Now Luck.
Yes, sir.
Fires one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick.
I knew it.
He loses the football.
I knew that shit was coming, dog.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up.
Oh, shit. I knew that shit, dog.
Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position.
Man.
One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
No, please.
Oh, he almost had it for the pick.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, my goodness. Bruh. I just wanted to run, bruh. I've been so damn mad. That was a pick 6, bruh. That was all damn my fault.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down.
God, bruh.
They needed a yard. They
no
got
way in hell.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun,
oh,
here's
shit.
Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
Thank you.
Field, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down. Watson.
Oh, yeah. Come on, come on. Barry Houston. Shit.
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, fuck. That's you.
And the Colts pick it up.
I'm about to say, Riz, dog. Oh, hell no. No. Fuck that.
To the 21-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward.
Bruh, I'm really fucking hurt, dog.
Is it worth it at that point? Whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, or in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
2nd down now.
Get on, dog.
It's Mack. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. So that one will get him halfway to the 1st down marker. 7 yards. Makes it 3rd and 7 now. Here's Love. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. We're scoreless after 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
He used to play for the 49ers over time.
And also move the sticks.
Oh, okay.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
From midfield now on 2nd down. Luck. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 24-yard line. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And just like that, it's 3rd down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Oh,
it's
that's 4?
5, and now the question,
Come on,
will the
boys.
offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Here we go on 4th. Lock.
Good shit, bro.
At the goal line. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with...
Oh, Ryan, let's go.
And put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points.
Go.
How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You
Hell
know he's
yeah.
going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon.
Oh, yeah, come here. I knew it. I knew it. Fucking knew it, bro.
off by Anthony Walker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Damn, I knew that shit.
This is a classic understatement.
Speed is good, but if we cover, that don't mean nothing.
2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football, we're not seeing it right now.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and very short. Luck.
Come here.
And got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down.
Good shit, bro.
Hines. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Angelo Blackson in there to bury him for a loss of 11. To try again after the sack. Luck.
Oh, my goodness. Oh.
And he gets this one inside.
Bro, I hate screens, bro. Especially when people know how to run that shit.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now it's Hines. And they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Draw play. This is Hines.
Look at that shit.
Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
Triangle!
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
Damn.
As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on.
To throw on 3rd down. Watson.
God! Can't get nothing. Shit! Damn, bro.
On 4th down, Trevor Daniel on to punt. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half, ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus you're giving up yardage.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook.
Bro, you break out of that. You're a beast like hell, bro.
But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change.
Come here.
Blitz
there we go.
Down he goes to Sean Gibson. Give him the sack on the safety blitz. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, here's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. J.J. Watt providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
That's it, Reed. Oh, man, I'm telling
on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
I'd give it to you. You're the only one that like to get that shit, bro.
Want to run these things worked well for us, and sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Good shit, bro.
Get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
That's my boy, bro, who caught that.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Oh, shit.
Pressure, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Hey.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
They swallowing that.
They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And brought down.
Don't give a damn. You get the first. We're going to take that hit.
Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get
good shit.
I was going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. You're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck. And this one complete right side of Funchess. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. They go right back to Mack. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
675. 65.
They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins.
Oh, my goodness, man.
For a Colts touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Damn.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out.
Damn, man. Oh, that was my fault.
Green light means go.
Damn,
Red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
My damn fault.
Again,
come on.
And now
no.
And he fumbles. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners. Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary. That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Second down and goal. Luck to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be fourth and goal. They'll run for it. This is
Look at that easy shit.
Takes it in for a Colts score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not. Whoa.
A shotgun snap for Luck toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial... That is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the...
And he'll get...
Man, what the hell?
Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26.
That's crazy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
This
in
is
this
crazy.
position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
Facts, let's go.
Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. Shit. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Watson, they'll buy some time running.
Come here.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They go play action here.
Come here. No!
Rolling to his left. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before.
Good shit!
For this final.
Good fucking catch.
The 15, shy of
Damn good shit.
Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Damn good shit, bro.
Watson now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Watson going to give this.
Come on.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On second down and 4. Watson,
there we go.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans cut into that lead. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20.
I know what you were trying to do, bro.
22-yard line.
I'm fucking mad as hell you got out of that shit, bro.
At the line is set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around.
All right, let's go,
they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 minutes
Hell
left to
yeah.
play in this football game.
I picked the wrong damn play.
Sports.
Hell yeah. Glad that shit happened.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset.
What the hell
and
you
no
gonna
doubt
do,
what
though?
they're looking to do is
That's
just
impressive.
salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now
I'm about to say, he break out of that shit, bro.
and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
Dang.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
Oh, the ball is out.
Oh, you bitch.
And the Colts pick it up. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown.
Dang.
Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson, he's going to let it fly. That's incomplete.
Oh, my God.
Another pick. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really
That's
in sync.
bull.
The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. So that'll back them up 5.
Shit, they wouldn't let me pick the play. What the fuck?
They're backed up even further for 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Now a desperation throw deep. And
Good
now
shit.
here's another interception.
Hit on, bro.
Quincy Wilson with the INT. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
After the interception, it's Love. Middle of the field to the tight end, Dorian. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, I think the Colts got this. They did. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
What the hell,
because they
bro?
have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
He's going to sling this deep. It's caught inside the 25. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Go. 5, 674.
Throwing now, Luck. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. Jonathan Joseph there on the coverage.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one could be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Beat me like that.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and
that's
put up
shit
the amount of
crazy.
points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking.
Look at that shit, bro. 4th quarter, 29 points. Oh, damn.
You just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.
8 fucking takeaways, dog.
Log on to EASports.com.
Hell no.
The Colts are winners, as we say,
It's all
so long
good.
from Indianapolis.